My ex Ramit stole my medical records to fake cancer for attention. I caught her when she forgot which one of us was supposed to be dying. I met Vanessa through a mutual friend when I needed a roommate after my diagnosis of 2 Hodgkin's lymphoma. Mice treatable but terrifying. I didn't broadcast my illness, but I needed someone who'd understand why I sometimes couldn't do chores after chemo days. Vanessa seemed perfect minus nursing student, incredibly supportive, offered to drive me to treatments. For the first month, she was amazing minus cooking healthy meals, accompanying me to appointments, even shaving her head in solidarity when I lost my hair. Looking back, I should have noticed the red flags. She'd post daily updates about our cancer journey on social media, tagging cancer support groups. She insisted on taking photos of me and my Ricus sleeping in hospital beds, throwing up after treatments. When I asked her to stop, she'd tear up. I am just documenting your bravery. 3 months and something strange happened. My oncologist mentioned a treatment detail I didn't recognize. As we discussed at your last appointment, she said, looking confused when I seemed lost. Someone called last week to discuss your treatment options, she explained. They had your patient ID and answered all the security questions correctly. That night, I noticed my medical folder missing from my desk drawer, the one containing all my paperwork, patient numbers, and medical history. The next day, Vanessa called from the hospital saying she needed to stay overnight for complications. I wished her well, genuinely concerned. But when I came home early from work with food poisoning, I found her bedroom door ajar, Vanessa inside, perfectly healthy, scrolling through Instagram. I thought you were at the hospital, I asked. She jumped up, eyes wide. They let me come home just for some things. That night, I searched her room while she was out. In her closet, I found my missing medical folder alongside a notebook containing all my personal information, passwords, security question answers, even my mother's maiden name, and a wig identical to my pre-cancer hair. Most disturbing was her journal detailing her plan. After Rachel passes, I'll become the face of young cancer survival, maybe a book deal, Valentia Foundation. I was still alive, but in her fantasy, I was already dead. Instead of confronting her, I set a trap. I invited our mutual friends over for dinner, including 2 nurses from her program. During the meal, I casually mentioned my latest test results showed improvement. Vanessa immediately corrected me, but the doctor said your white blood cell count was concerning. That's funny, I replied, because my results were actually perfect. You must be thinking about your own cancer. I meant my patient at clinical. Which hospital is that again? One of her nursing classmates asked. I didn't know you'd started clinicals yet. Her face went pale as everyone stared. Then she burst into tears, claiming I was confused from chemo brain and ran to her room. By morning, she'd packed and disappeared, but not before wiping our joint account of rent money. She blocked me everywhere but continued posting about her cancer journey in groups where we didn't share connections until I sent spurns of her theft and impersonation to her nursing program director. She was expelled within a week. Her parents called me horrified, promising to get her psychological help and repay what she'd stolen. I am in remission now. Real cancer taught me that life is too short for fake people, and sometimes the most toxic cells aren't the ones the chemotherapy targets. Some people wear illness like a costume they can take off when it's no longer getting them attention, but those of us who've truly faced our mortality know minus. Here is nothing glamorous about fighting to stay alive.